What is up, guys? In today's video I'm going to be going over some quick tips for season 4. Odds are you probably know some of these things already, but you probably don't know all of them. The season has been out for a week already, so I'm going to go over just a bunch of things that I think are important to know, or little like niche tips that I really wouldn't make an entire video about. If you guys do find this video helpful or informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of season 4 so far. We've had it for a week. I think it's a really good season, and I think if the updates for this season are good, it definitely has potential to be the best season so far in chapter 3. So we're going to start off with the Chrome Splash. This is a new item that was added this season, and there is so many like weird little aspects of this item. So I'm sure a lot of you know you can throw this on yourself, turn into a Chrome blob, and then you can travel around the map really quickly that way. You regen HP really slow while you're in the Chrome form. If you get shot when you're in the Chrome form, you get knocked out of it. So while it is good mobility, you can't just run from people constantly. And you can throw it at walls and then phase through the wall. So if you Chrome Splash a chest, you have the ability to get the Chrome weapons from it, plus what was already inside the chest. So let's say a chest was going to be a Ranger AR. When you Chrome Splash it, you're going to get that Ranger AR, and then you're also going to get either a Chrome Burst or a Chrome Shotgun. So if you enjoy using the Chrome weapons, but you don't necessarily want to land at one of the Chrome area, find Chrome Splash, Chrome the chests, and then you will get the Chrome weapons rather easily. Right now, there's only 2 Chrome weapons in the game, the Burst and the Shotgun. I think they'll add more over time, but as it is right now, it's really easy to get either of those weapons if you find Chrome Splash. Also, the Chrome weapons upgrade over time with damage, and you can actually boost this pretty infinitely by fighting the Herald, because the Herald will summon wolves. So you can just keep farming those wolves from the Herald and level up your Chrome weapons that way if that's something you want to do. But that is one of the really interesting aspects of the Chrome weapons. They always start green, but you can level them up by doing damage to things, and they do level up rather quickly, and it's just damage that you do to any living thing on the island. So other players, NPCs, even the wildlife, anything that's living on the island, you can do damage to level up your Chrome weapons, and you can actually duplicate these Chrome Splashes really easily. So if you throw a Chrome Splash on like a tree or a rock, just some sort of structure, and then you harvest that structure or just like spray the structure with your gun, it'll drop a bunch of Chrome Splash. And this is really helpful because you can actually use the Chrome Splash on your plant to have it regen. I think you can only do this once, but if you plant your reality sapling and then loot your reality sapling and then throw Chrome Splash on it, it will grow the fruit back. And there's either a really long cooldown after you do this once, or you can only do it once per game. But even then, that's a lot of loot, and oftentimes you'll like come across areas where a lot of people have their plants in one area. So you could harvest all those plants, throw Chrome Splash at a rock or a tree, full spray it to duplicate, and then like reharvest all of those plants using the Chrome Splash. It's really nice, and that duplication aspect is really good if you do want to use this as mobility. Having just one vial of Chrome Splash, you can throw it on a structure, duplicate it, take those other ones, duplicate it, and then everybody on your team could have over 8 Chrome Splash if that's something you wanted to do. You can use the Chrome Splash to avoid fire and fall damage. So if you're really high up and someone's shooting you out, or you're on a mountain and you want to get down, just Chrome Splash yourself, and then you can jump while you're in blob form. You don't take fall damage. Now, you got to be careful with this, because if it runs out while you're falling and you land in human form, you will die. Or if you get shot while you're falling, and when you get shot you turn back into human form, you will die when you land. You have to land in blob form, and then this will also put out fires, or if your structures are on fire, you can Chrome Splash it and then they will no longer be on fire. And you can use the Chrome Splash to reinforce walls and cars. And like the Porta Bunker, for example, if you throw your Chrome Splash at the Porta Bunker, it will have more HP. Cars will have more HP. Walls will have more HP. It just basically boosts the maximum amount of health that all of these things can have. And I said earlier, and I'm sure a lot of you know, that you can Chrome Splash a wall and then you can phase through the wall. And this is helpful, but it's also really predictable. If you have an opponent that's full boxed and then you go for this, there's like an animation that you go through, and if they're any decent at all, they're going to kill you while you're doing this, or get so much damage on you that it's going to make the fight really random at that point. But what you can do is blob yourself and then jump at somebody's wall and hit the button to transform back into a human as you hit the wall, and you'll phase through the wall. There still is an animation, but it doesn't seem to be as slow as the other one. And this is much more like surprising to the opponent. You know, if you chrome splash somebody's wall and then walk up to it, they know what you're doing. But if you're just a random blob approaching and they probably don't even know where you are because the blobs are really hard to see in here. But if you're just a random blob and you jump and phase through their wall really quickly, I feel like this will catch a lot of people off guard. And you can also use this to get away from somebody. You know, if somebody's chasing you and you're in blob form and you're like at a POI or whatever, you can just do this and phase through a wall randomly. And a lot of people won't know that you can just phase through as a blob. Like, a lot of people know that you can do it when you throw it at the wall, but a lot of people don't know that like the blob itself can actually do this, which is really helpful. Vaults have been completely reworked in season 4. I have another video about this, but the vaults are really good. They're on your map, so look at your map and you'll see little locks if you have keys in your inventory, which you just get keys from looting. But you'll see little locks on the map where the vaults are. Once the vault is looted, the lock disappears, and you can actually see how many keys the vault will take to open by the lock. So some locks are 1, and it'll just be 1 little key on the lock. Some locks are 2, like this one in Tilted, and it takes 2 keys to open. The 2 key vaults have an insane amount of loot, but even the 1 key vaults have a lot of loot, 2 guaranteed legendary chests, lots of slurp barrels, so I think the vaults are really good. The keys are really easy to get, really common to come by. If you're ever in a game and you need loot, or, you know, you have a vault nearby, one of the POIs you like landing, I definitely think it's worth hitting up that vault. We talked earlier about how the Evo Chrome burst, or the Evo Chrome weapons level up as you do damage, but one really interesting thing about the Evo Chrome burst is as you level it up, it shoots more bullets per burst. So the green one shoots 2 bullets per burst, the blue one shoots 3 bullets per burst, and then purple and onward shoots 4 bullets per burst. And the 4 bullets per burst thing is really insane for shooting through walls, because oftentimes the first bullet or 2 will break the wall, and then the remaining bullets will just travel through the wall and hit the person. It's really easy to get damage through structures with the burst. The Mythic is really insane for this, but even just purple and onward is really good, and it isn't too difficult to get purple or better, so the Evo Chrome burst has like quickly become my favorite assault rifle this season. I'm sure a lot of you know that snipers have been buffed to be able to do 1 hit to the head and kill even in 0 build. So the snipers do over 250 to the head. But I feel like a lot of people don't know that the Hunter Bolt Sniper doesn't need to unbolt or you don't have to un-ADS to bolt it. You could just stay scoped in the entire time and just keep shooting, and your character will bolt the sniper without you unaiming in. And a lot of other shooters, you have to un-ADS to bolt the sniper, and I feel like a lot of people just kind of have that habit from other games. But you can stay scoped in, and it just makes it so much easier because you don't have to like reacquire the targets. If you're just barely a little bit off, you can just stay scoped in and keep shooting. So it's best to kind of remove that bad habit of unscoping after every shot. I myself do it just because, like I said, it's like that in so many other games. But with the Hunter Bolt, it has 3 rounds in the mag, so you can just stay scoped in the entire time. There's way less mobility this season currently. They likely will add more mobility items over time, but the only mobility items we really have in the game right now are shockwaves and the Chrome Splash. So I think it's really important to take advantage of cars and animals. I've seen so many people complaining about the lack of mobility this season because we don't have things like the Nimbus Cloud or the Grapple Glove to just travel around the map really quickly. And animals and cars are still here, so take advantage of those when you can. Those can be really good for like traveling around the map. Mobility is kind of how I put it. You know, like shockwaves are really good in a fight, but if you wanted to rotate, you really don't want to burn like 3 shockwaves, you know. Cars and animals are really good for that. Take advantage of them. I definitely think that it's worth having. The rapid fire SMG is a new SMG in the game, and it only has 20 rounds in the mag, but actually the purple and gold versions of this SMG have 26. So this is one of the rare instances where like weapon rarity actually makes a difference to the mag size. Usually it's just a little bit extra damage and a little bit faster reload per weapon rarity increase. But the purple and gold rapid fire subs have 26 bullets instead of 20. It's only 6 extra bullets, but that can really make a difference with this weapon with how fast it shoots. There's new mythics from the plants. So last season you could get the Mythic 2-shot and the Mythic Stinger SMG from the plants depending on which biome you planted, and since neither of those weapons are in the game anymore, you get the Mythic Prime shotgun from the greasy / like reality tree biome on the left side of the map, that orange area, and this will actually headshot for 195 damage if you hit a perfect shot while the weapon is fully loaded. And then there's the Mythic Rapid Fire SMG in the desert biome. The DMR is still in the snow area, and the Mythic Hammer AR is basically just on the rest of the map in the grassy area. I don't think the Mythic Rapid Fire SMG is very good though, because like we were just talking about, the purple and gold one have 26 bullets in the mag, and I think that mag size difference is a pretty big deal with this weapon, especially in build mode if you're having to like spray through walls and stuff. But for whatever reason, the Mythic only has 20 rounds in the mag. So purple and gold have 26. Mythic goes back to 20 for some reason. So I personally would rather just have the purple or gold one and have the extra bullet. So as far as the Mythic from plans go, I think the Prime is the best. So if you like landing in that area, the like greasy reality tree orangish area, the Prime shotgun Mythic can be really, really insane. There's chili chug splashes back in the game. So if you've played the game for a while, I'm sure many of you know what this item is, but it's basically a chug splash, but it also makes you move faster. Like how we had the spicy ice cream in the game last season during the summer event. When you ate it, it made you move faster, or peppers in the past. Chili chugs are basically that plus chug splash. So you get the heals and then you also move faster. One of the best healing items ever created in the game. And you actually get this from the Taco Time NPC in Greasy Grove. So you once got this from Llamas, and then in Chapter 3 Season 2, they took it out of the Llama loot pool and then added the chug cannon to Llamas. And then the chili chugs were out of the game. But now you can get them from the Taco Time NPC at Greasy. So if you're ever in a pinch and you need to rotate through that area, you need heals, these are insane. Or if you just like landing at Greasy or anywhere around Greasy, I would definitely try to take advantage of these. They are pretty expensive. I think it'll cost you 420 gold to get 6. But they're well and worth it. They're the best healing item in the game. Llamas actually have less health now. So llamas, for a while, they've been wildlife where they have like an HP bar and they run from you. And they took a lot of health to kill. But now you can actually kill llamas really fast. And I think it's actually worth killing them in zero build. Last season, I just wouldn't even bother with them unless I was like super early in the game and I needed heals like desperately or something. But it just was, I didn't think llamas were really worth it. Because there's no mats in zero build. But now llamas have way less HP. You can kill them in about like a mag and a half of the hammer AR roughly. And so it's good. You get a bunch of ammo, you get heals, you get chocolates potentially. And when they add more mobility items to the game, you'll probably be able to get them from llamas. And then the final thing we're going to talk about is going to be the slide kick. So if you do your tactical sprint and then slide into somebody, you can kick them now. And I don't think this is a big deal. Everyone's been gassing this for like kicking people off of things. But I think that's incredibly situational and never really going to happen. But one interesting thing about this is it does damage to builds, and it does 25 damage to walls. So if you want to get in somebody's box, get it to 25 HP or less, and then just slide kick in, and you will get in, I'm pretty sure. This was already kind of an exploit in the game. If you slid at somebody's wall and then broke it at the exact moment you were going to hit it, you would just get through. But the slide kick just makes it much easier because the slide kick itself is what does the damage to the wall to destroy it. So I think you're guaranteed to get into their box every time with the slide kick. And that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys did find this helpful or informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, comment down below what you think of Season 4, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.